Good morning, guys. It is 48 degrees in Quartzsite this morning. We're supposed to have a high of 65, but then we have winds kicking up. Oh, actually, they're supposed to slow down to about 8 miles an hour. Right now, they might be around there. I don't know. Let me look. That's where they're at now. They were kind of whistling all night long. Well, it says for a bit we'll get up to 10 miles an hour. So anyway, we'll have a little bit of sun this morning and some sun late afternoon, a little bit of chance of sprinkles in the early afternoon. I need to go to town, deliver some Zeep tassels that I sold. I could do that when it's rainy-ish or cloudy-ish. She sounds like a good plan. There we go. Sorry about my allergies. It's a fact of my life. Sniff, sniff. I could put the microphone outside, but then we'd be here in the car. Ooh, the line for the dumping the tanks, the gray and the black water, oh my gosh, was so long yesterday. The people have arrived, and Jim and Denise, who I hope pops in later, stopped in yesterday. Although my flower dealer didn't bring me flowers, she did bring me some nice sweaters that are longer, like I like them. I needed just a couple more longer sleeve shirts. You evened out my clothing collection. Now I can't add any more unless I'm going to get rid of something. Um, anyway, I forgot why I was saying that. Oh, as they drove in, they said, wow, there's a lot of people here. They said downtown it was pretty busy. So I don't know. I almost think I gotta check. Well, I did say it's been raining. I can't walk when there's chances of rain. Darn it. So I have to figure out how to get to the post office and find parking. That's gonna be joyful. I might park somewhere else downtown and then just walk around downtown, which means I better not go when it's rainy. I better go this morning when it's clear, around 9-ish, 10-ish. Yep, that's the new plan we're gonna need to do. So I did make a decision on my kitchen built-ins slash built-ins. They'll actually be cabinets that I can lift out. I need to make 3 sections, 15 inches width, 20-inch depth, 10-inch height, out of the styrofoam that I'm going to try with the netting to reinforce it. I'm going to make it to where it can lift items in it. I just don't know how heavy I can go with it. I may need to go with sliding bins into it. I kind of want a built-in, but I wanted something I can easily take out to get to the flooring if I have a major spill without having to unload every little item individually is why I need the cabinet. So there may, oh, here we go. Somebody's joining. There may be another option of something stronger than the nylon screening. Good morning.
Morning.
What's up?
Well, not a whole lot. Just another day in paradise.
Yep. Uh-oh, why is that echoing?
Little bit cool, so I had a fire going all day yesterday.
Really?
Yep.
I had to put my heavier curtain over my back window because the heat was making me too hot.
Oh, you mean you're getting enough heat from just the sun?
Yeah.
It's
Which,
warming your place.
well, that is after the clouds cleared up. Do you have YouTube playing also at the background?
What's that?
Do
Is
you
there?
have YouTube playing in the background?
Oh no. Well, let me see. There's an echo.
Yeah.
I shut YouTube off. Just a minute. Let me check. Maybe if I need to I need to move this thing. If I move this thing over here, the echo will probably go away. Is there is there still an echo?
I don't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, there was an echo because this thing is was too close to the speaker. No sun yet.
Nope.
Not even any light on the horizon yet.
No. It should be coming up any minute now, though. Wow, it looks
Yeah,
like the camera froze. Why
it
does it
looks
look
like
like the camera? Oh, the camera didn't froze. Those are 2 cars coming down very slowly. They're following the speed limit.
yeah, it's working. It's working.
Oh no. I did this gamify your task app, which is helping me get stuff done. But I put it on my Moto G Play and it just burns up stuff while it's on. I'm gonna put it on my older phone, make more use of it than just it being the camera, sun camera.
Oh,
I'm out of memory on my phone and I don't know what happened. I can't clear it out. I would have to get rid of everything I want to use the phone for in order to have enough memory on the phone.
oh, wow.
It's bad. I only have, oh, something gigs with a 0 on it. And the system itself uses all the way up to and only gives me 5 gigs left to work with for my own app.
Yeah.
And some of
Well,
them are pretty heavy.
that shouldn't be a problem. 5 gigs is so it's telling you not enough memory with, and you've got 5 gigs free.
No, no. That's all I get for my own use. My
Yeah, right.
phone my phone system uses everything else except for 5 gigs.
And so you've
So all my apps and all my pictures and storage all have to fit on that little 5 gig.
uh-huh.
And a lot of stuff won't go on the external card, which is driving me crazy.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I have two phones. I have this one, which is the Verizon. I have to have this in order to have the hotspot. So this is where my, account or whatever is on this
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine. And then I have the old Samsung I had from before, and that's what I'm using as a camera. And I'm pretty sure I can use it to just run a few apps too. I won't
Yeah.
need that to be online. Boy, this is a gamifying your life,
Is
they
what?
call it, app is pretty good because I can set up my own rewards. I don't have to do a stupid child superhero one.
Well, you say that's as a game?
It's called Gamifying Your Life, and they're task apps. You type in things like routines you want to do, things you need to get done, and it'll help you assign some points. You want to build your health, you can set up like categories to build your health or your social or whatever you want to work on building. You can set up categories for it. You can do a coin reward system. You can do a point reward system. You can create your own reward out of objects, like things you want to limit and use as rewards instead of eating it every day, stuff like that. It's a really
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
I like to achieve stuff, so I'm liking to add up the points. And I like the process of thinking it out and setting it up like I set it up for super simple things too, like fetching my water. That gives me health because I got clean water and I got exercise. Just silly stuff so I can get a sense of achievement to push me to do the other things I need to do.
Well,
You
that
know,
sounds like
once you start checking stuff off, you're like, oh, just one more thing. And you'll do that one thing that you've been putting off forever. If you just add the simple things that you got to do every day anyway,
yeah.
it actually adds to your motivation. It's pretty cool. I wish I had somebody to compete with because then we could set up our own systems and competing would be in certain, like, I don't know, like
It's
who.
called Game Up Your Life.
Well, no, the actual the app I'm using right now is called Life Up. But if you search in your app store for Gamify Your Life, you'll see all kinds of different ones you can do. And lots of them are targeted towards kids, and they got like a superhero that gets stronger and stronger. But I like this one because you could set it up like an adult, and you can compete like an adult.
So if you had someone to compete with,
It would be who got the most things on their checklist done, basically. Even if I mean, and I mean, you could set it up simple, like brushing your teeth. The more simple ones you can put in there, the heavier the competition gets. I've tried it once before. It's actually very fun.
I got to throw another log on the fire or something. Let me just check my stove real quick. Yeah, it could use another log.
But like if you find yourself watching too much TV, you can turn TV into a reward and start attaching it to some of the stuff you do daily. And you'll
Well,
automatically earn a reward because like you have to get water every day. So I automatically earn a reward right then and there just by doing something I have to do.
wow. You
It's
have
so
to get.
helpful. And it also has a synthesis thing too, which I can combine rewards. Like if I rewarded myself with an ice cream, that would be yummy, but ice cream's not good for my health and sugar, so it's got to be able to reduce my health. Plus, ice
Well,
cream costs me money,
I,
so it should reduce my money. Stuff like that.
yeah, ice cream.
That's an example. I don't even eat ice cream that much.
No, yeah, I don't either. You know,
I'm
I'm
trying to
finding out
stay away
even.
from cane sugar, and you can thank my friend Denise for getting me back on the cane sugar. I was off for a long time.
I'm finding out that as I'm getting older, there's things I gotta stop doing.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, even I always been drinking at least one beer every day,
yeah.
and yeah,
Turn
and
it
it's
into turn it into a reward instead. Something that'll balance it out. Seriously, drinking extra water will help process that, and you don't get as you
well,
don't get
that's right.
dehydrated. So you could like drink 7 waters and have one stinking beer.
That's right. Coffee is another one that
Yeah, well, I'm not going there yet.
yeah, whenever I like, yeah, anymore, I'm putting with just water on my. See, this is just water. It's hot water.
I can't see anything. I put the sun on solo. Hold on.
Oh, okay. No, no, I'm not. I'm just. Yeah.
Okay,
So.
here we go. Now I can see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can even see myself now. So anyway, yeah, oh, there's a little bit of sunrise peeking over the horizon a little bit,
Yep,
lightening up the eastern sky.
it takes about an hour from the first peak till we start seeing some sun rays. Actually, a
Oh,
little over an hour.
you've got a new logo.
Oh,
Uh,
yep, yep, it says abstractively creating life in multimedia art.
dang.
And
You know,
that's me to a T.
it's what?
That's me to a T.
Great. I'm trying to set up a YouTube, and I'm having a heck of a time. I can't. It seems like, well, I can do the live stuff, where I just run a camera or upload just a straight video, but to do any editing,
Yeah, I can do editing. I just choose not to because right now I'm not really doing any content videos. I'm basically just doing chat ones. When I do content videos, then I need to get into editing.
content videos, huh? What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Like for now, I'm just it means I'm on to project something. Like if this was just an ASMR sunrise, there would be no talking kind of thing. Which I did for a little bit, but it was too boring because I want to chat with the people. I'm basically on here so I can chat with people, and that's my purpose. But I do have a what did I just do? Sorry, I touched something and it went up there. I do have a class I used to teach at the art studio that I would love to do online videos with, but that I would have to pre-record that series in advance. That wouldn't be anything I would do live, and that would be something I would want to monetize too. but it's about creating, it's about using your creativity, and it's not just art, it's creating your life, basically. Taking you through
Well,
the
that's,
sparking creativity that you try to push towards making art, using it to spark the creativity to creating your life. Like every week, I start my week out by saying, what do I want my week to look like? And I start creating a schedule and routines and what I need to do to get through that week.
this is a bit of a dilemma for us retired folks, isn't it? Trying to figure out what the heck we're going to do.
Yep, that's what I'm at a stage. Like I did 3 years nomad, just enjoying meeting people, and now after the convoy, I just feel like I need a little more definition of purpose instead of just being. And I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it is, but I do want to bring my art in because I hadn't been doing my art. So that's why I went ahead and ordered my flag that says Artist Wendy B with a piece of my art on it and some stickers with my logo. Because I think I'm going to really start pushing this art part since I left it behind and I really love doing it. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell the paintings. The economy is horrible and people don't like to buy art because it feels like a luxury item, even though we all decorate with art. But so I started offering all the prints and stuff. They won't make me nearly as much money, but at least I would make something and I would feel like I was working towards my own sustenance. And it would make use of the things I'm making because I want to paint, but they build up and I can't throw them away. And I don't have the heart to just give everything away because that doesn't motivate you to do anything, just giving it all away. Well, sometimes, but not art wise because I have to pay for the supplies and the canvases and I'm usually broke. So I've got to make some kind of money on it. But I'm also needing to get a camera. So instead of buying more art supplies as my paints run out, I have to start saving up. I need a decent camera to do prints and stuff with.
Dang. I got a I saw this on you on Amazon. It comes with a microphone and a camera. Got this on Amazon for $140 or something
But
like that. Yeah.
is that a
It's,
photographer grade camera where you have at least so many megapixels?
yeah. See, it says 4K.
4K what?
Well,
Oh,
that
that's for streaming. That's not
yeah.
for photography. Photography,
Well,
you need, oh wow, you really need a decent camera.
photography. What?
You need a really good camera in order to get enough resolution to make prints of your paintings. And if you
Oh
get a good
wow.
enough camera, you can make the prints bigger than the original paintings themselves. If you
Oh,
have
I see what you're talking
cameras like
about.
if you have cameras like what I have right now, I can't even, if I took a picture of an 8 by 10, I can't even make a print of an 8 by 10. It'll be way too blurry.
I got another camera here. This one is a Nikon P9000. It's one of the super zooms.
How many megapixels?
I don't know that.
That's that's how I think of cameras and photography as megapixels. Because streaming, you think in terms of K, 4K, and all that, but in photography, you think in terms of megapixels and resolution.
Well, right, I know, I understand that, but I'd have to look at because since I'm not doing anything like that. But what this does, and I when a while ago when Mars went behind the moon, just a second, P 900. megapixels. This one will zoom right in on the moon. It's amazing.
Well, that would be good. But
It
I
really
also,
is. The zoom
I
is
think I'm gonna
incredible.
combine it because eventually I'm gonna need to get 5G. You know what? Never mind. I don't have to get a 5G phone. I can get a 5G hotspot. Okay, going back to thinking about the camera. My
Oh,
thoughts have been all over the place lately.
this is 16. This is 17 megapixels.
That's good enough. That's the kind of camera I need.
Well, this is the top one of the top of the line. This is super zoom. It's a, you know, but
That's
I I just got this
some
one because
libraries rent them things out. I should be able to rent one for a day or two and get pictures of, or I can hit my friends up who have iPhones. Those have decent cameras. Hey, you got an iPhone? Take a picture, email it to me. Oh, the sun's coming up.
say what?
I said the sun's coming up.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Lightening up out there a little bit.
But I need to eventually get a decent camera to get back into photography. I can't believe I've been using my phone and doing my series for so long that, oh, it was so embarrassing, and I still beating myself on the head for it. I completely forgot about flash on a camera. So here I am, somebody's wedding day, all important. You know, I even considered setting up lights. I'm like, there's shadows. I can't get rid of the
Why does
shadows.
that get
It
into
just
your
hurt.
you were doing a wedding?
I forgot I forgot about using flash for photography because of my photo series I've been doing and using my cheap phone camera. I've been doing like outdoor shots. I haven't needed flash, so I forgot that flash existed. And so I did wedding pictures for somebody without flash, and a lot of them are shadowy and it's horrible. I
Oh, I know what you
and
mean.
it's like, how can I? And I'm like, how can I forget it exists? I just feel like I ruined their whole thing.
Right. Wow.
And I could have gotten something done in GIMP in my editing skills because I used to be able to jack up some pictures that got shady like that.
No, right.
But they
That would
got really upset, and I didn't understand why, and took the camera, said we'll edit ourselves, and I never got copies of the pictures. I suspect it's because they found something out, and that's when the anger started, because it makes sense
and they got mad at you.
now that um, yeah.
Dang.
But the sad part is when you're mad at someone and you want to make a decision, do you not have a discussion with them? You know, at least two witnesses to things. They had none because they didn't talk with me. So I never mind. I'm not going there again, stepping out of it. But
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Wow, that's too bad.
it's been a whole lot of crazy this year. Well, the whole reason I couldn't get along with someone is because she thought it was okay, since I have the sensory thing. She thought it was okay to just keep crossing that boundary and then telling people I was getting better about it. And it just set me off worse and worse and worse. When someone touches you when you're angry, holy cow.
Yeah.
And I could not get that out. Oh, I mean, a normal person would get upset, but I don't like touch, so touching me when I was angry was a very dangerous thing to do. I thought I
Yeah.
behaved very well. Uh, you know, you just want to respect people because they're older, but
No.
sometimes they just have to understand. But anyway, The main reason, the first reason they gave me was because I couldn't get along with her. And I had only told one friend about it, but I tell people about it now because they're like, why aren't you in Texas? And I'm like, well, it's not really, it's my fault that I complain out loud, but it's not my fault that I let someone start violating my boundaries
Yeah.
and then tell people I was getting better. I'm like, better? What are you talking about? Not better
You
just
know,
because I let.
I have to, I have to consider I consider myself pretty fortunate, and I have to quit being so, oh, because, all right, because I have a trust income means that I just can isolate, and that's basically the way that I live. Is, well, park somewhere and just, I it's not like I try to stay away from people or anything, but I live around, for one, I don't want it because I've got a good income that buys me everything I want. I don't, want to say I were to do something like what you're trying to do well, if I were to, with the convoy, if I were to be monetized for my videos, the Democrats have changed it around now that if you earn over $600, they're going to tax you on it. So it's the same thing, same way for anything now. Well, because the Democrats are in power, they're gonna, and they're. Did you hear that they hired some 87,000 IRS agents? They're going to be chasing after all the little people. Well, on a
Yeah,
trust income, they're
they
not.
hired a lot of SSI detectives last year. They're trying to get people off disability and catch them doing things. And I'm like, well, I'm glad that I was able to have my review and tell them because I do like to try to go for walks and push myself to try to get through that pain so I'm not sitting on my butt the rest of my life. And I told her all that. And meanwhile, I'm in pain and I can't think of things. And it was so successful. I'm like, at least now when they see me walking, they don't think I'm just lying about my disability. They know I'm actually pushing through. And I'm going to be paying for the long walk the next day or two, but it was worth it to keep active.
Well, I go on a walk every day just because, unless, well, it was raining a couple days ago, and no, I never. Then I just stayed in and I eat canned food that I've got up here. But otherwise, I
I like to walk every day, but I hate the wind. That's the problem with Quartzsite, the wind.
Well, that's, yeah, that's kind of when with that rain we had the other day. It was blustery here too, windy, rainy, you know. But I don't know why there's so much wind in Quartzsite. There isn't very much here. Most days are very beautiful, very light wind. But again, yesterday was kind of chilly. I have a you know I have a so I put on a jacket and go out for a walk. So that's not bad. But whenever I got back to the trailer, sitting here like this, I just started getting cool. So throw another log on the fire. So you know
Yeah, I had my propane going the other day.
yeah, yeah. Well, the wind is kind of, I can sure tell if it's windy out there. I mean, if it's 20 miles an hour wind, it'll rock this trailer a little bit. But
Yep.
anything under 20,
This
the wind rocks your house too, right?
I can hear it whistling mostly.
Yeah. Well, that's because the size of this trailer. The size, it's big sail, the big trailer.
I'm thinking if I get super energetic, I might turn this. trailer a little bit more so that I'm facing more towards where my truck's at, and the front
Uh-huh.
door's facing more where the sunrise is, because that will take the afternoon sun out of the back window because it's going to start warming up and I don't want it that hot.
Yeah, around February or something, and hopefully it'll start warming. When it starts warming up, I'll come over to Quartzsite for a while. I mean, I'm in this town because of the free wood.
Well, yesterday I was too hot sitting in I had to cover the window. The sun was too hot.
Well,
And if
well,
I
it's
move a
still,
little bit away from the road, I can park my truck on the side where on the south side so that the sun isn't beating on the side of the camper all day either.
well, usually I can let my fire go out when it's gets down to when it doesn't get above 60, then but then I have to keep that. So today's going to be 62. Maybe I can let my fire go out, but 65 is real comfortable. 70 is better. Anyway, so when it starts not getting so cold in the morning, that's when I light a fire to warm it up in here. But I don't need that much wood, very much wood as it starts to warm up. It just,
Well, I gotta boil water every morning, so that's automatic warm up, but
oh,
I
okay.
haven't had well, a couple weeks ago I had to keep my heat on all night and now I don't have to.
Yeah,
So,
wow. You don't have to boil water? What do you mean?
no, I boil water. I mean, I don't have to keep my heat on all night.
Wow. You don't have
And
enough
I get up and it's 60 degrees in here and I'm like, that's okay. I'm good with that.
You don't have enough blankets to get more blankets. I don't keep my stove
No,
going all
I
night.
have enough blankets. I have enough blankets. I don't like coming out when it's cold. So when it's going down below 50 inside my camper, I want to keep my heat on all night. So when I get up, I'm not freezing to the floor.
Oh.
So you get up and you walk, and it's just the bottom of your feet that touch the floor. When
Well
I
then,
get up, I see it's my butt, my legs, my feet, everything touching the ice cold floor.
oh, well, yeah.
So when it gets cold enough, I get wimpy and I turn on my heat and I just let it on all night so I don't have to freeze getting up. But I'm warm when I'm sleeping. It can get pretty dang cold in here, and I wouldn't
Oh,
be.
I know. I don't run my stove all. I only light my stove early in the morning when I first get up, and then
Yeah,
kind of
that
chilly for a
too.
while until it warms up in here. But yeah, but I
I
don't
was
have to
up
scoot
half an
around on
hour
the floor.
before I even turned butter on. So
I have house shoes, so I put my house shoes on if I get up at night.
the house shoes won't help me inside my house.
Yeah.
I did think about taking my vinyl planks and putting them off to the side and getting the insulated floor matting. It comes in
Yep.
rolls, like 20 some bucks. Then I realized it would be higher up than the planks, and when I go to slide my boxes in and out, I'd be catching it on the floor all the time. Like that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So I gotta rethink that plan. I could probably take it, put it next to the wall, and keep the vinyl planking down the middle. But I scratched up my planking and scraped it up on the convoy.
So
So it's probably
you've done this nomad thing for 2 years
no 2017.
since 2017.
Yeah,
About 4 years then.
about five.
Yeah, okay.
This is 2023 now. That
That's
would make
right.
it'll make it 6 at the end of the year.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
all
I've been
right.
doing it for 5. And I hated living before that, so I can't even consider going back to a normal life. It just makes me suffocate.
What do you mean, like living in cities or that, or apartments or what?
So yeah, trying to have to maintain an apartment, a house, a property, it makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Well, I
I was
agree. That's why I
I was
live the way
never
I
good
do.
at it. Oh my God, if people would have saw what kind of trash I the way I kept my house, it was horrible. And I can't take care of all that stuff. My mom was right. If you can't take care of it, don't have it. It's so much easier to not have it.
I agree. You know, I agree. I'm looking at the news right now. It's raining like mad in San Francisco, and people's houses are flooding. The train going by. But so, I'm going, thinking like, y'all want to live in a flooded house, or have to worry about, rain it rains, in the wintertime. We've been living the kind of thing where there hasn't been so much rain in the last decade or so, maybe 20 years or 30 years. But I remember, I grew up in Southern California, and when I was growing up, there were some rainstorms that flooded everything, and they've all gone away from the time that I, left Southern California. But now they're back. That's just the way weather is. The Democrats want to call it climate change, and they raise our taxes because of that. Because they've got a reason, whatever, because of that. Because they're stupid. Because they're calling it climate change, and they have this war on oil. They say oil is the reason for climate change and all that. So they raise our taxes. But the weather's back, and now it's flooding houses, and I'm thinking, oh boy, why not just live the way we do, the way like this. I can park. This is the thing that about my YouTube as well.
And guess
In
what? If
my
they live the way they want to live, all crowded into the city, that gives us more room to live the way we want to live outside of the city.
Yeah, right. Or go where the weather suits your lifestyle, or you know, go where the weather is. You know, well, when it starts getting too hot around here, I'll be going up in the mountains. But it,
Oh,
it's just crazy to me,
or-
to my way of thinking, to sit there in a house in a city with all the cities are for working people. When I retired, right when well,
I actually go to the city for a mini vacation.
you have to do what? Go for what?
I go to the city for a mini vacation. I gotta buy a few things and then I enjoy the luxuries of all the utilities.
Well, you mean like a Walmart or something?
Yeah. And then I have fast internet, and there's running water and bathtub. Just I take like a 3-day mini vacation and enjoy the luxuries of the world, and then I come back to my life where I have less I've got to take care of.
I with my wood stove, I have copper wrapped around the stovepipe in a 40-gallon hot water tank. You can't really see it in this video and this thing right here, but that's the thing, is I'm wondering. if I were to set up a YouTube and start talking about how I can park out here where I am and show all the firewood and how they let me just sit here and cut wood and free water
As
there.
long as it's not against the rules, because they let you do it, is not going to be the same thing. If it's against the rules and they're letting you do it, it's going to get caught on YouTube.
Well, no, I understand that, but if people see how I'm living, well, I mean, if this is why I haven't done very much on YouTube to say, because I feel so it's I don't pay taxes except for whenever I buy something, then I pay a tax on that sales tax. But otherwise, I'm exempt. They don't tax the trust income, and I don't pay rent. I don't pay for any utilities, electric, water, anything like that.
Well, I consider
And
upgrading the system as part of paying for it. I include the cost of upgrading my system as paying for my utilities, but still the cost is extremely low.
Yeah.
And then buying drinking water, that's a utility. We should be able to drink the water out of our tap. Oh,
See,
I
that's
looked
the
up
other
a
thing.
court case
Is it,
people
is
who
it if I
attempted to do that, and they won't go over the EPA's head and take it out of our water. They won't take the
so
fluoride out because they won't go
so
over EPA's head.
all right, so I have 3 stages of water purification. When I fill from a water hose and it goes through a strainer, and then it goes through a UV light, then it goes into my tanks, and then when I pump it from the tank, then it goes through a carbon block filter. So those are the 3 stages: a strainer, UV, and carbon block. And this water tastes just like bottled water going through all the filters. So yeah, and shower as well. And it's like I'm showering in purified water. So if I feel like that if I talk about all that on YouTube, you know,
Why
it's
not?
too yeah, it's too good. I mean, like someone's gonna come after me. That's how I feel about it. They're going like, you can't live that easy. Park
Why
free,
not?
free firewood, free water, free
There's people all over YouTube doing that. They're
free hot.
all over it, showing how they live. There's guys that show how they do stealth camping underneath bridges and stuff.
I know.
Why not? Why couldn't you?
Why couldn't I what?
I don't think they'll go after you. There's too many people to go after.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I suppose it's because I look at I watch, I sit here and watch YouTube and BitChute, and this New World Order thing has gotten me freaked out. Well, of course, I've been that way for the last since 1991 when I first heard H.W. Bush talking about the New World Order, and
Yeah.
now it's on the news all the time.
Well, we
Well,
know another book. It's been written in for a very long time.
what's
Yeah,
that?
thousands of years. There's a book that has been written in for thousands of years.
Well, yeah, the
About,
it started with me when I was when I was a child, looking at the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill and wondering what that was about. Well, the words underneath say say New World Order in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
So then I looked up what the New World Order is about, and that's what we're experiencing now. H.W. Bush in 91 said we have a real chance at this New World Order. And when we get this New World Order, and we will get this New World Order, then, I was living in San Diego,
So
and
now, what do you think about Bush when you know that it's in one of the oldest books in the world written about it? And he says it's going to come about no matter what. What's that make you feel about Bush?
right,
That's why I keep telling people you can put your hopes in a president. You put your hopes in Trump. You can't put your hopes in any single human being. I'm trying to tell them. You
no,
can't do it.
that's absolutely right. I'm not right, exactly. But at any rate, that's when I sold everything. Well, actually, the world, well, oh, geez, no, I'm not going to answer that phone. Let me answer and come back a little bit, Wendy.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna.
So we got a few clouds showing up. They'll get a little glow as the sun starts to come up. That'll be exciting. So yesterday I did get a lot of stuff off my checklist, but not those letters. There's something in me that really hates writing, so it is a huge effort to get me to write something. It's uh, all these counselors keep a journal. I can't. Something about it makes me grit my teeth. I have attempted so many times. I can tell you, I've got journals where the first 5 pages are started out very nicely, and that's it. A whole bunch of them, fresh starts, all kinds of stuff. I just grit my teeth when it comes to journaling. So, but I talked earlier on this live about using the Gamify Your Life app, task management, and this actually helps with that problem. And I forgot where I was going with that, but anyway. So I've made a decision on my base cabinets in my kitchen. I'm gonna try the foam board with the netting, or possibly a stronger material maybe, because I would like to be able to lift it with the stuff in it. Some food objects, when you load it up, it gets kind of heavy. So I want to be able to take it out with the objects in it without the thing breaking. So it may come to reinforcing the underside with something stronger, maybe. I don't know. If I'm enforcing it with netting and paint on the inside and the outside and a little extra at the joints even. I don't know. We'll find out. I guess that's so if one breaks, then I'll know and I can switch the cabinets up to use something else. Who knows? Build one, see how strong it is. Good idea. But if I can't use it for food, clothes are not as heavy as food. Although the size of the cabinet might be too much. Dang it. I guess. Watching those clouds get darker before the sun's about to hit and brighten them up reminds me of this. There was this website, um, demotivational posters. And my favorite one was always, it's always darkest before, and we always rate the dawn, but on this poster it says always darkest before it goes pitch black. I really love those posters. What is that? A camper coming through. Something is burning at my throat. I might have sprayed some of that cleaner on my on my heater can. That truck pulling a camper. Goodbye. I-40 truck repair. Oh, somebody's camper probably broke down. Oh, got microphone on. Sorry. There's a truck with 6 headlights and 6 taillights. That reminds me, I need to work on my headlights. They're all yellowy again. Who is the Jeff that was heading to Flagstaff to help with his mom's house before he came to Quartzsite? I can't remember if his name was Jeff Ellis or not. But anyway, I haven't seen him. I don't think I have. I haven't stopped by to say hello, and I haven't seen him in person that I recognized anyway. Currently, I'm waiting for my flag order to come in. There's an event in Tempe, Arizona, a political event in Tempe, Arizona on the 9th. If I were to wait till then to go to Mesa, I could attend that event. And I'm going to have to remember to text Freedom Ford before I go into Mesa anyway, because I'll see if he can hook me up with the American flag. I'll have a decent sized one. And he said he had a whole ton of them. Be nice to see him anyway. I was his first passenger in his truck. We went to, was it Sacramento or LA? I can't remember which rally it was. And I went with uh, Minnesota Mike to another rally. So I got to ride with 2 different truck drivers, which was fun. I wasn't very talkative at first. I always, yeah, I'm weird. I consider myself weird, so I don't get talkative until I figure out it's safe enough to be weird. Freedom USA, that van says. It's painted with a paintbrush. It's not a regular auto paint finish. Freedom USA. Wonder if they participated in any of the convoy action. I want to get a cry cut machine just so I can cut vinyl letters to put on my truck. I miss having stuff about freedom and stuff on it. And my repent poster that my mechanic took off and yelled at me not to put glue on my truck. Well, he couldn't get all the Mod Podge off, so it's all stuck anyway. And I'm like, why couldn't we just leave the sign there again? Oh, anyway, I'm thinking of gluing another one on. No, there's got to be another way. I could probably get maybe, what do they have that, what's that film stuff they've been putting on their vehicles? I can't remember, sure, some kind of wrap or something. I wonder if you have to get the whole vehicle wrapped or you could just get a little part done. Because I could get a tiny part done for that. Can't afford a whole wrap, but I could probably get something to cover that up. Whoa, where'd that cloud go? I was not paying attention. There were some clouds. I don't know if they are just traveling or they disappeared. But the clouds I'm looking at now don't look like they're moving very fast at all. In fact, they're going the other way. Okay, so that must be them further away then. Never mind. Oh, that's pretty in that camera. Got a little bit of purplish blue at the angle I'm looking at. It's orange. Hmm. Kind of blurry to the right. I wonder if that camera needs. Hope I didn't leave some kind of filter on my camera. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, we will be heading downtown. Come up. You know what I haven't done in quite some time? Go eat. I went out once when I got here. Twice if you count getting ice cream at a stand. That's not really eating in. Well, and then I had a hot dog at the laundromat. But I haven't had a sit down restaurant meal. I've only done three since I've gotten here. I just can't make myself flat pay for it. There's so much stuff I want to get. more important to me than somebody else cooking my food for me when I have food already. I have some beef brat, and I've been cutting them up in teeny, teeny, teeny pieces and frying the heck out of them. I don't have enough patience. I want to char them and get a char taste, and then add them to my beans. But I've been frying them up tiny little crispy bits and then putting them in my beans, which I I think that might be more affordable than the corn actually, because it only takes one hot dog for the serving. So I would only need half of the hot dog pack or bratwurst pack or whatever I'm using. I would only need half for 4 pounds. Actually, I'd only need two per one per pound of beans as I cook. So that's it, one per pound because I'm spicing it up tremendously with spices as it burns. So as it sears chars, it gets charred herb taste. Oh, so good. But anyway, yeah, I'm drooling now. That's what I'm gonna have for breakfast. I'm gonna make breakfast after this stream. But that will replace the corn. Now I've got to replace the penne pasta that I like, and it kind of gives it when it gets thickened up after a day or two, after it chills and you reheat it, the sauce kind of gets thicker. It resembles more of a pasta with a beans in it kind of thing. It's like it's the beans where the meat would be the pasta with the I don't know why it does it that way. Yeah, you gotta make sure. I've been cheating and using cheaper noodles, but you really have to use the substantial noodles like a penne. Why am I going back to the recipe? Because I'm hungry. And I'm Julie. And that cloud just turned pink. Here comes the sun. Woo, 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 woo. Yay. So yeah, the clouds are going away from me. If it wasn't snowing up north, with these gas prices, I could actually afford to go on a trip. We'll see how summer comes. I'm excited. If I go up towards Washington, I have at least 7 people so far on my list that I can stop and see on the way. So that's going to be my best trip for this year. Next, I'm going to have to wait on Pennsylvania. Unless, of course, my stores take off, which I it would have to super take off because those items don't bring me very much money. Not at all. I think the thing that brings me the most is, I think there's something that brings me like 20 bucks, but it was huge. So yeah, I don't really see it taking off, but I'm keep trying. The more items I can add, the more chances I got. And the pillow I put in last night, I really like. I really like that pillow. I am considering altering versions of that because it's not really a picture of anything. So I can take 4 of them and turn them in different directions and have like a patchwork picture of them. I could reshape them. So many options. I can layer them and do different layering effects. I can put a pin and change the hue on them. And with the pictures I already have, there's so many options I can do. If somebody wanted something, but they wanted like a different hue or a different brightness, or they wanted more highlight, brighter highlights and deeper shadows and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess I could special do something like that, but I would have to remember to add to the cost. because, but it is fun stuff I like to do. And I haven't decided when I get my pillow, what pillowcase I want to print and have special for it. I may do several of them since I have to have at least two pillowcases, like switch one out when I do laundry, get a new one every week. So, I need two. Have to, I might just decide something. It's got to go with my blanket system. Right now I've got the navy blue basic sleeping bags, but in my camper I have a lot of silver, gray, and brown. Um, in fact, let me see which way my camera is facing on this. I might be able to show you. Yep. All right. So let me show you. Do it fast since the sun's coming up. So here's the color theme I like. It has the reflectix, and when I use my blue lights or colored lights, it'll show up there. I really like this. So I've got brown with the, here you'll be able to see it better over here, the basic blue sleeping bag, and then the grays and the silvers, and you'll see the white curtain hiding behind there with the silver. So I have that going on. All right. Just wanted to show you that. And the sun is back. So anyway, it's got to match all that stuff yet. I forgot about it, but I was having fun talking about it. Matching the wall. I am really liking I got these shears. It just really lightens up with the contrast of my dark floor and my brown and reflectix. I have just the right balance of shine, color, and lightness. So I think I might go with, I don't, I'm, I'm reluctant to go with white for my cabinetry, especially if it's going to have some kind of texture on it. Oh, white berry. But there's always the option of finding maybe some kind of vinyl that's white and has some metallics in it, and that'll make a nice surface. And I might be able to put that over the cabinetry and that give it a really nice, at least the top part in the front, the part that's going to show. But yeah, I have to decide on the look in here. If I were just having all plastic drawers, but they just don't make them in the sizes I want, I could paint the fronts of them with silver, with the translucent, and having the frame part with the white. It would look very pretty, but they don't. They just don't make plastic cabinets in custom sizes. I did get the rest of the prints that I have on hand done. Right now, it's just about creating an item a day for the store. Here's the sun is coming. I am seeing it peek up in the camper is right, like right above that new camper there. So I'm gonna try something with my what did I name it on the site? I named it the resistive blend because it was a blend of several colors over a wax board, the resistive state. It was some kind of wash job thing I did. Anyway, two of them, layer them. I could twist and layer them and get totally different effects. I'm just gonna play with some graphics today and see about pillows, maybe some beach towels. I do need to get patriotic section of the store up. I need to check with Mona and see if she got her button yet. I didn't find out about that. She should have gotten it by the 29th. But here comes the sun. I'm gonna have to go to the outhouse as soon as it comes up. I hope I make it to that. Today is all about going downtown and mailing off that package. And oh, there's a food bank that goes on between 9 and 12 too. So maybe I find somewhere to park or walk out. Oh no, you got to take your vehicle to the food bank. I should do the food bank first. 9 o'clock. I just want to see what they give out because I've been grabbing the leftovers and I have enough food, but it's kind of how nice to have a variety to cook something like if you're going over somewhere, you have something else to bring besides beans. I love eating the beans every day. They are very tasty beans. They're good to bring once in a while, but to bring all the time, people start telling you not to bring stuff. Here comes the sun. All right. Oh, my favorite hymn is that it is well. I like the story behind it too. And yeah, I haven't lately felt like it's well. I need to feel like it's well. I need to get comfortable with myself and my decisions. And I guess every time your life's ready for a major change, it just throws chaos at you. And it's really hard to find peace. Painting helps, but I'm kind of at a spot where not. But I'm going to work on the graphics on the computer since I have sunlight. As you can see, there are no clouds. There'll be clouds later. They'll be coming from the other direction, looks like. But yeah, I can work on the graphics till time to go downtown, and then when I come back, we'll see how much power I got. Might be able to continue, or I could sit at the library. I just really don't like sitting in public spaces to work. The seating's not as comfortable. Most people know me, know I sit with my legs up instead of dangling down because the circulation don't work all that hot. Oh, look how pretty the sun is coming up. It's coming up. So that's today. I'm going to See if I can make a new design. I do have an image of a shed. I took a picture of a very worn down shed. You couldn't see any patterns in it. You know how the wood gets so weathered it just looks gray and old. Well, I did 3 filters, which I do not remember to this day which ones I had done. But the shed is amazing. You can see every grain popping out of it. It looks beautiful. That might make a cute print for somebody. I don't know. If if you go to my about page and go to my Deviant Art, I do have a picture of that wood shed in my Deviant Art graphic images. That's where I did all most of my graphic stuff. And there are the rays of the sun. Good morning, Mr. Sun. I guess it's not a real object, not a real being. It's an object. There it is. And being that I have to go to the restroom, I'm going to have to end the stream. Warren didn't make it back in time. That's okay. So enjoy your day. Again, if there's enough internet in the evening, I will be joining, but there hasn't been. There's been none. I can't even watch a show without major buffering. So I will see you in the morning, 'cause that's when we can get signals. Bye. Thank you for joining me. Wow, that is so nice.